One day, the Milky Way galaxy and the Andromeda galaxy will collide, meeting on their path barreling toward each other. Then, the two galaxies will merge into one, effectively altering the starry night sky forever. In fact, it might have already started. No, seriously, it's already started. But first, what even is the Andromeda galaxy? And should we be worried? Don't worry, Lobra. I'm going to explain. What's up, gang? My name is Gabby, and in this video, we will be discussing one of my favorite astronomical topics, the impending merge of the Andromeda and Milky Way galaxies. In the process, we'll go over what the Andromeda galaxy is, how it was discovered, and just what its collision with the Milky Way galaxy means for us. 18th century astronomer Charles Messier was originally most interested in comets. He was hired by the Marine Observatory in Paris as the chief astronomer, setting out to study and observe the comets in the night sky. In 1758, Messier noticed a strange object in the constellation Taurus that he mistook for a comet. After observing it closely, he realized that it couldn't possibly be a comet for one stark reason. It wasn't moving. This one object, the Crab Nebula, started Messier's catalog of 103 objects that astronomers should totally avoid when observing comets in the night sky, so as to not confuse them for asteroids. This list has since been used as a guide for visual astronomy and has been updated in modern times to include a total of 117 unmoving objects in the night sky. Number 31 on Messier's list is the Andromeda Galaxy. Located just past the Cassiopeia constellation and the constellation by its same name, Andromeda was originally suspected to be a spiral nebula, another part of the Milky Way galaxy. Now, Messier wasn't the first astronomer to take note of this strange, fixed point in the night sky. It was mentioned as early as 965 CE in the Book of the Fixed Stars by the Islamic astronomer Al-Sufi. It was then rediscovered in 1612, shortly after the invention of the telescope by the German astronomer Simon Marius. He said it resembled the light of a candle seen through a horn. Totally poetic. It wasn't until the 1920s when Edwin Powell Hubble, American astronomer who the famous NASA telescope is named after, discovered definitively that Andromeda was its own galaxy. The constellation and galaxy were named after the Princess of Ethiopia, who was saved from the sea monster Cetus by Perseus, who she later married, according to Greek mythology. Shout out all my Percy Jackson fans, and this one's for you. More on the galaxy itself. A mere 2.5 million light years away, Andromeda is the largest of the closest 40 galaxies to our own, known as our local galaxy group. It's got us beat in terms of size. Its diameter is approximately 200,000 light years, making it about twice the size of the Milky Way galaxy, which has a diameter of about 105,700 light years. It has about 1 trillion stars compared to the Milky Way's 100 billion. Andromeda is no stranger to galaxy collision or absorption either. The 32nd member of Messier's catalog is a dwarf galaxy, Le Gentil, one of Andromeda's two satellite galaxies listed. It was discovered by Guillaume Le Gentil in 1749 and later observed to have clues about Andromeda. Within this dwarf galaxy, indications exist that it was once a normal-sized galaxy until it had most, if not all, of its globular clusters absorbed by the Andromeda galaxy. Globular clusters are densely packed, often circular groups of old stars. Andromeda itself has plenty of star and gas structures within it that seem to be what remains of other galaxies the larger one had essentially eaten. Over the years, our understanding of the Andromeda galaxy has evolved from when Messier first mistook it for a comet. Departing from just its discovery to be a galaxy, we've since learned that Andromeda is so similar to the Milky Way, departing from its massive size, that there are several things we can learn from it that we then apply to the Milky Way. For example, like Andromeda, the Milky Way has a spiral-like halo structure made up of dark matter that surrounds it. It's difficult to see from our perspective within the galaxy because of the way that the Earth sits, but judging by the way we view Andromeda's halo structure, we can tell that the two galaxies' structures have begun to touch each other, signaling their impending collision. But what exactly does it mean for these two galaxies to collide? Well, according to earthsky.org, the Milky Way and Andromeda are moving towards each other at a speed of 70 miles per second. There's almost no doubt that they will collide. Galactic collisions may seem violent, but they are vital when it comes to creating structures within the universe that may have made it a place more sustainable for life. This is not the same kind of collision as a car crash, however. The spaces between stars within galaxies are often trillions of miles wide, so it's unlikely for two stars to collide and destroy one another. Still, the tidal forces of a galactic merger do have the potential to destroy weaker stars, like shredding them, and send them in all different directions. Galaxies formed from mergers can be elliptical-shaped, ring-shaped, or even whirlpool-shaped, like Messier 51. Shout out Messier 51. Some effects in Andromeda and the Milky Way's case, a few astronomers, as published in a Royal Astronomical Society paper, had explored, include the possibility of the Sun becoming more tightly bound to Andromeda at some point during the collision. This would mean that once the two galaxies collide, the Sun and our solar system will become a part of the Andromeda galaxy, and then Milky Way will be left as an external galaxy, until the two finish merging completely to form one great big elliptical galaxy. The Sun and our solar system will have been flung into a completely new spot within this mega galaxy, but like we said before, that big space between the stars, because of that, researchers state that neither the solar system nor Earth are in any risk of being destroyed by this merger. But, Gabby, impossible. Doesn't this merging mean we'll all die? First of all, be quiet. And second of all, no. Well, yes, but not because of this. While, yes, it is confirmed almost certainly that the merging of our two galaxies has already started, most astronomers predict that the complete collision of Andromeda and the Milky Way won't happen for another 5 billion years. And, unfortunately, by that time, the Sun would have grown so much, it's basically cooked the surface of the Earth. Probably faster thanks to the effects of global warming, but I digress. Because of this, it's pretty unlikely that life on Earth will last long enough to see the merging of these two galaxies. Unfortunately, that would look super cool. See? Awesome. While we probably will never get to see the real thing as it occurs, simulations like the one I just showed you are made more and more realistic every day that we learn more about the merging of these two galaxies. In the meantime, you can go outside right now and find the Andromeda galaxy with these simple steps. First, wait until a clear night. Next, look northward until you spot the Cassiopeia constellation. It's easy to pick out because it's shaped like a W. Then, locate the brightest star of Cassiopeia, named Schetter. It points left, directly toward the Andromeda galaxy. If it's a particularly clear night, you might almost be able to make out a little bit of the spiral halo structure of dark matter that surrounds the Andromeda galaxy. This will give you, like it gave astronomers, a pretty good idea of what the halo structure that surrounds the Milky Way galaxy looks like. In conclusion, galaxies merge all across space every minute. The merging of Andromeda and the Milky Way is inevitable and sure to shake up our solar system and the way we see the universe as a whole. And who knows, maybe technology will evolve fast enough to let us see it too. But I doubt it. Bye now. Thanks for watching.